The room my father told me never to enter. When I was a kid, my father had one strange rule: never open the door at the end of the hallway. It was the only room in our house that was always locked. The handle was old brass, scratched and cold to the touch. I asked him dozens of times why we couldn't go in there, and every time he said the same thing: some doors are better left closed, son. As I grew older, that answer only made me more curious. Sometimes I'd hear sounds from behind it. Not just creaks, but soft footsteps, like someone pacing slowly. Once, I swore I heard whispering. I told Dad about it, but he just went pale and told me to never bring it up again. When I turned 25, my father passed away. The house became mine. While sorting through his things, I found a small, rusted key hidden behind a photo frame. I knew immediately what it was for. That night, when the house was quiet, I walked down the hallway. The floorboards groaned beneath my feet. My heart was pounding so hard I could barely breathe. I slid the key into the lock. It fit perfectly. The door opened with a long, slow creak. Inside, the air was cold and heavy. Dust floated in the beam of my flashlight. The room was completely empty, except for a single chair facing the wall. And on the wall, hundreds of photographs. All of me. Photos of me sleeping, eating, playing outside as a child. Photos from my high school graduation. Even photos from college, ones that were taken after I'd moved out. My hands started shaking. On the floor, there was a box labeled, "Property of Thomas," my father's name. Inside, there were old tape recorders, journals, and a broken camera. I opened one of the notebooks. The first line read, "If you're reading this, I failed to stop her." The entries told a story I could barely believe. He wrote that years ago my mother, who had died when I was 5, wasn't really gone. He said she had changed. That something inside her wanted to stay close to me. That he locked that door to contain what was left of her. I laughed nervously, thinking he'd lost his mind near the end. But then one of the tape recorders clicked on by itself. A woman's voice whispered through the static. "I told you not to open the door." The flashlight flickered and went out. And in the darkness, I heard it, the same soft footsteps I used to hear as a child. Only this time, they were getting closer.